What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Richie Scott back in the building. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know how we do. Let me know if you can hear your boy. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you guys can hear your boy. We in here. We are in the building. Thank you guys so much for loading the chat up. Make sure you guys let me know where you're watching from, who you is, what the weather looking like there. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested in all of it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all can see me. Y'all can hear me. We good. We are in here. Thank you, Little Red Riding Hood, Big Bad Wolf, for that super chat. There you go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm excited today. You know, listen. It's time to go ahead and get this thing started. You know what I'm saying? I got all my people in the house. We got the family here, Sky Squad. I see you in the building. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am loving the chatterization right now. We about to get into some things real quick. I'm not gonna hold y'all long today. But you know, we gotta talk about things like we always do. Now, before we get into this video, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to it. Let's get down to business. Let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell button. Let's join this good texting community. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you join the texting community so that I can send you a text message as soon as a new video is about to drop or as soon as we're about to go live. I will put the texting community number up here just so you guys will have it. Trying to make use of all the features of this good StreamYard right here. Thank you, Miss Mean James 77. Come on, James 77. Now let's get into this good Nene Leakes news, and then we're going to be talking about Kanye West, okay? And then we got a response finally from that good Kim Kardashian. She is speaking out. But first things first, we of course got to get into some things regarding our girl Nene Leakes. Now, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but she got a whole new business venture that she about to get up into. So let's go ahead and break it on down, break it on down. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you guys would head on over to that good Nene Leakes' Instagram, she is letting you know that she is in her new studio space, okay? Now, she says, I absolutely love my new studio space. All my YouTubers in the area, if you need somewhere to go to shoot your channel, come to In Studio. Email booknene@gmail.com. She says she will be posting it on a few studio sites soon. Now, listen, this ain't no ad or nothing like that for that good Nene Leakes, but what I have committed to doing on this channel is also bringing you guys some of the good positive news that some of our ladies are doing. Now, what I want to know is, for those of you guys who might be in that good Atlanta area, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. In the good Atlanta area, let me know this. I want to know. Are you venturing out to the studio? You know what I'm saying? Now, do you trust it based on what we're all going through right now? You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of you have been quarantining, you know what I'm saying, for the past couple of months. And I don't know whether or not, you know, you would want to do this or not. Let me know down in the good chatterization. Let me know if you guys would be willing to venture into the studio. I think it's a neat idea, personally. I think it's a nice idea. It gives people who maybe, listen, let me tell you who this is good for. This is good for if you got like dogs or you got kids or something like that in your house and you can never get some quiet time to film. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I literally had to send my small Yorkie to my mother, okay? Because I could not get these good videos down because the Yorkie was doing a lot of barkerization. You know what I'm saying? And I love my baby. I do, but I had to let him go to my mama's house. Now, if you ain't liked the video yet, go ahead and click that like button so we can get this good into that good YouTube algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's the tea on Nene Leakes. You know, you guys, if you are in the Atlanta area, y'all got some studio space to record in, go ahead and hit Nene up for that. Shout out to her and her newest business adventure. Now, let's go ahead and get into what we got to talk about with this good situation with Kanye West, because I thought after yesterday, that based on this good visitation from that good Dave Chappelle, okay, I thought, silly me, that things might get a little better and he might get off the Twitterization because, you know, all of those other those tweets he had done deleted, okay, where he was talking about North, you know, and all that good stuff like that. But he back, okay, he back, and the man cannot be silenced, and he got some things to say, and so we're going to talk about it, okay. Thank you to everybody in that good chatterization. Let's go ahead and stage dive into this good Kanye stuff, because we got to talk about that. Y'all know we have these good family discussions about what's going on in Kanye Westland, and so we about to do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? So let's finally get into everything that good Kanye West is saying. Now, he says this. He tweeted and then deleted some of these. Okay, he says, Kris and Kim put out a statement without my approval. That's not what a wife should do. And then he goes on to call it supremacy. Okay. Then he says they tried to fly in with 2 doctors to 5150 me. Now, I had talked to you guys about what they were trying to do to him. Well, we talked about this in the Candace Dillard video, whether or not you could actually put your spouse into a mental facility if they don't want to go. Okay. But he lets us know here that they did try to fly in with 2 doctors to 5150 him. Now, he says, I've been trying to get a divorce since Kim met with Meek at the Waldorf for prison reform. And many of us is like, where? Who? When? I'm looking at this situation like, okay, Kanye, you spilling the tea. You were spilling some behind the scenes tea that we ain't know nothing about. And then he mysteriously says, I got 200 more to go. And I'm like, 200 more what? Okay. Then he says, this is my, I'm assuming if he might have meant this is my last tweet of the night, but it says my lady tweet of the night. He then says Kris Jong-un. Okay. He is basically equating, okay, Kris Jenner to the dictator of North Korea. Okay. And then he goes on to separately say, Lil Baby, my favorite rapper, but won't do a song with me. Wonder why? Okay. Anyway, let's move on to what else he said. Now, he says, MJ told you about Tommy before they, you know, cut him off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to use the K word here. But then he said, Kim saved my daughter's life in the name of Jesus. It's God's choice only. I will live for my children. Kris, I'm in Cody if you're not planning another one of your children's Playboy shoots. Okay, shaderization there. And so then he goes on to clear up the Meek situation. I'm guessing he needed to clear this thing up because I don't know if that good Meek had then sent him a message or something like that. I don't know if he gave him a good callarization or a good beeperization. I don't know what he did. But he says, Meek is my man and was respectful. That's my dog. But then he goes on to say that Kim was out of line. He says, I'm worth $5 billion and more than that through Christ. But y'all ain't listened to MJ and now y'all believe them. I'm like, them? Who? Who is he talking about? Who? Who, Sway? Okay, so then he goes on to say, and this is, again, some of these are from the Neighborhood Talk because I couldn't get all of them. Okay, thank you. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk 2 and Kyle and all the good work y'all do over there. And so then he says, should I name more? He says Drake, okay? Now, I don't know if he's referencing the fact that there was some rumors about, you know, Kim and Drake at one point in time. But then he says, in Jesus' name, no more cap. And then he says Larsa. Now, y'all know who Larsa Pippen is. Larsa Pippen was also, she used to be married to Scottie Pippen, but she was also on the Real Housewives of Miami season 1. And now we know that she was a good friend of the Kardashians, but none of them are following each other no more. So what happened to Larsa, y'all? Kanye spilled the tea. Comments spilled the tea. So then Kanye says, come and get me. Okay. I'm assuming that he means come to Cody, Wyoming to come and get him before he say and do something else that they're not going to like. You know what I'm saying? So he is basically spilling all types of tea. And I'm thinking to myself, well, Kanye, you just opened the tea bag up. You didn't put the tea into the thing and dip it in there so we could taste the tea. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get the good stuff. Go into details, will you? Go into the details. Anyway, let me move on along because I want y'all to know what Kim had to say. She just released a statement via her Instagram story. What happened to the days when your public relations person released your statement for you? I guess now if you super famous, you could just go ahead and release your statements via IG stories and call that thing a day. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me get into what she had to say about the situation. Okay, let me scroll down, start from the bottom, hold it up to the top. Okay. She says, as many of you know, Kanye has bipolar disorder. Anyone who has this or a loved one in their life who does knows how incredibly complicated and painful it is to understand. I've never spoken publicly about how this has affected us at home because I am very protective of our children and Kanye's right to privacy when it comes to his health. But today, I felt like I should comment on it because of the stigma and misconceptions about mental health. And I'm going to add in because your man out here spilling all the tea and he about to really embarrass you, okay? Anyway, she says those who understand mental illness or even compulsive behavior know that the family is powerless unless the member is a minor. Okay, so here is where she starts to speak in some facts, okay? She says people who are unaware or far removed from this experience can be judgmental and not understand that the individuals themselves have to engage in the process of getting help no matter how hard families and friends may try, okay? So then she goes on to say, I understand that Kanye is the subject of criticism because he is a public figure and his actions at times can cause strong opinions and emotions. He is a brilliant but complicated person who, on top of the pressures of being an artist and a Black man who experienced the painful loss of his mother and has had to deal with pressure and isolation that is heightened by his bipolar disorder. Those who are close with Kanye know his heart and understand his words sometimes do not align with his intentions, okay? Then she says, living with bipolar disorder does not diminish or invalidate his dreams and creative ideas, no matter how big or unobtainable they may feel to some. That is part of his genius, and we have all witnessed many of his big dreams have come true. Then she says this, we as a society talk about giving grace to the issue of mental health as a whole. However, we should also give it to the individuals who are living with it in times when they need it the most. I kindly ask that the media and public give us the compassion and empathy that is needed so that we can get through this. Thank you for those who have expressed concern for Kanye's well-being and for your understanding. With love and gratitude, Kim Kardashian West. When I tell you that was the best PR response I have read in quite some time. Listen, she gave us nothing, but she told us to have sympathy for this man. And yes, we do have sympathy for this man. But now we are interested in the tea that he is spilling as well, okay? And listen, here's the thing. I definitely feel like at this point in time, something does need to be done because if they don't watch out, Kanye is going to spill a whole lot of secrets. And it has me wondering, are there any types of NDAs that have been signed between, Kanye and the family wherein he is not really allowed to spill their secrets and they're not allowed to spill his? And then what happens to an NDA? And because I'm not a lawyer, so if you know, let me know what you know, okay? But, when someone has a mental health episode or a manic episode as what we are witnessing right now, or is it, okay? Or is it? But if that is the case, does that make the NDA invalid? Does that toss aside the NDA? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Let me know. Let me know, because he's spilling a lot of interesting tea and it just comes in direct conflict with what we would think that a husband would do with a wife, okay? And with the partnership. So, and I guess it's to be expected if the person who is having the manic episode suspects that his loved ones are trying to either get him committed, lock him up, or get him some type of treatment, which he at this point clearly may not want. What's happening here? You know what I'm saying? What is going to be the ultimate action as a result of this? And let me ask you guys a question in the chatterization. Chatterization, I need you to let me know at this point in time, because so many of us deal with family members. And maybe in our own personal lives, we deal with mental health issues that have gone undiagnosed, right? Now, let me ask you guys this question. In this instance, should Kim Kardashian at this point try to file for divorce from Kanye West? Let me know what your opinion is in the good chatterization. Let me know. I want to know in the good chatterization what you guys think about this whole situation. Should she try to get a divorce from him, or should she try to just get him some help? And then let me ask you guys a follow-up question. Well, divorce and help are two separate things. Should she get a divorce from him? That's the first question. That's real. That's real right there, Angela. That's real. And let me ask you guys the next question. Given that it is quite possible that this is the result, and what it's very much so looking like a manic episode, Twitter as a social media resource, should they work together with the family, or when they notice an incident happen like this, does the social media outlet have a responsibility to shut it down, to shut the account down? Let me know what you think about that. Should Twitter at this point in time, when there is a recognized mental health issue, shut an account down, or should it remain freedom of speech? I'm showing you guys the responses. Thank you guys in the chat for participating. I appreciate you responding. Okay. So there's a lot at play here, guys. There's a whole lot at play that really, honestly, it brings up a lot of like really, really sensitive topics with regards to what should be done when a person has a mental health episode. What should we do in terms of, you know, when a person goes on that manic spree, you know, how should the people around them help? It's very interesting. What I will say is that, you know, my biggest concern in this situation would be the kids. You know, that the kids will at some point in time be able to read all of these tweets that he's putting out, and there's really no way to shelter them from this in the future. You know what I'm saying? You can shelter them from it now, but you won't be able to shelter it from them in the future. So I do feel as though, I don't know if someone should be brought in to sort of mediate the situation, but as Kim has stated, there is nothing much that she can do at this point, outside of trying to get to him, which obviously they can't do. And then if they got to him, how would that situation turn out? I agree. There has to be someone. And I feel like, you know, is this a situation where you need like a Jay-Z or somebody like that, someone who he considers like a big brother to step into this situation? I honestly don't know what the right thing is. And I've discovered more of a passion for mental health as the time has gone on with me having this channel. And so that's why we continue to talk about this, because if we don't talk about it, people will still, it will remain a stigma. You know what I'm saying? It will remain a stigma. So I'm going to work on some things in the background to see what type of people I can maybe bring in so we can have more discussions about this. People that really know what's going on. This is something that I've heard a lot of people say as well, that Kanye is a distraction to sway Trump to win. That Kanye was quite funny. I definitely agree with this one. Heavy Bear, he has to take his medication. My fear is as well, Blue Butterfly, that it's going to get worse. I will reach out to Dr. Amani as well. I know that she did something with Funky Dineva, and maybe the more people that we can sort of work with in this area to talk. Dr. Heavenly and Funky Dineva had a great discussion on mental health as well. So we're going to continue to talk about this. We're also going to focus on the news as well with reality TV and anything else that breaks. I got some stories planned. I didn't want to overwhelm us with stories today, especially when I'm going live like this and I have something I'm really, really passionate about. So anyway, I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in to this channel. Thank you for the super chat. You know, my biggest fear is, you know, I just hope that he's okay. You know what I'm saying? I hope he is okay, that, you know, he's not at a place where he is a danger to himself or anyone else. But with that being said, you know, if you guys have any questions about, you know, mental health, I will be working on getting us some resources so that we can talk more about this. I'm going to figure some things out on my end because I definitely want to do my part to be able to help. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button, follow me on the Facebook, y'all. Facebook is DJ Richie Sky. Make sure you guys stay locked and loaded onto the channel, and we will continue these discussions. Make sure you guys stay safe out there, wear your mask, know that I love you, that you are loved, that you are adored. Sky Squad, we are always in the building. The chatterization, we doing the doggone thing today. Thank you, moderators, and y'all know what's up. I'm going to see you in the next video.